Good evening and welcome to yet another episode of Sunday Magazine, coming to you live from the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja. I am Patricia Esamiluba, your anchor. And on today's package, we shall begin with messages from the pulpit at today's Sunday church service. Other captivating celebrations and humanitarian stories are lined up also for your viewing delight. Not forgetting our regulars, the entertainment, news, and sports brief. These and more after this timeout. Do stay with us. Living with the assurance that God, by His mercy, is actively guiding His people to walk in the direction of their divine calling is a profound solution to the challenges and confronting the world today. When believers function within God's plan and purpose, His glory is revealed through their lives. Charity Zaka brings us insight from the church service.
Believers were encouraged to align themselves with the plans and purposes of God, emphasizing that doing so is essential to the fulfillment of His divine calling for every child of God. This charge was delivered by Unity Worship Center, underscoring the importance of purposeful living in Christ.
Part of what He equips you with, if He chooses you, is endowment with the Spirit of God for that special assignment. Part of what that carries is unusual insight into God's plans and purpose.
At the Palace of Priest Assembly, Pastor Otive Ubuzo ministered on the topic establishment in the new order. He highlighted that Christians experience divine movement at different seasons, explaining that God's move unfolds in three distinct phases: revelation, transition, and establishment. He emphasized that understanding and embracing these phases is key to spiritual growth and stability.
Families collapse where there are no value system. People don't practice this. But you need to have a system for your family. In your prayer life, be faithful in spiritual discipline. Be faithful in learning.
The session concluded with prayers as worshippers committed the coming days and the new week into God's hands, seeking fruitfulness, direction, and divine guidance in all their endeavors.
And still on religious matters, the Festival of 12 Hymns, a sacred musical celebration aimed at rekindling the love for hymn singing in homes, churches, and communities, has been held in Abuja. Hakimat Aliyu brings us details of the event in this report.
It was an evening of soul-lifting music, as different hymns were rendered by a team of seasoned choristers, organists, and key musical directors. The carefully selected hymns, rich in doctrine and melody, took the audience on a spiritual journey, reminding them of the timeless value of hymn singing in Christian worship. The organizers say the festival is part of a broader vision to preserve and promote hymns through the publication of hymn books, production of albums, and other musical works.
The Festival of 12 Hymns Network is bringing this program together so that everybody, at least once in a year, will sit down and show appreciation to God for what it's going to do in the year that we have just entered.
Hymns are like prayers to God, in praise to God and in supplication to God, in thanking God for what He has done for our nation, in also soliciting God's continuous blessings.
We are trying to make the church today imbibe the nature of hymn singing, because hymns is something that it cannot die. If you sing choruses today, tomorrow people may not remember that choruses again. But hymns, even the ones that were written years back in 18-something, 19-something, they are still relevant today.
Dignitaries and other participants at the event commended the organizers for the initiative, describing it as a timely effort to revive a fast-fading tradition.
I can vividly tell you that my chairman had been a lover of song. Definitely, we have this time to tell the younger in the nation that every one of them should be in love with the hymn, because he defies Christianity. It brings out the spirit in humility.
If you look at the objectives of the festival, which is to promote, sustain the culture of hymns and praises at home, churches, and within our environments and community, and you understand about hymns, praises and worships, it is an avenue to speak directly to God, and also it is soul and heart lifting.
The Festival of 12 Hymns is expected to become an annual event, serving as a platform to nurture young talents and deepen appreciation for sacred music. The event also featured the official launch and presentation of the hymn book written by the convener of the Festival of 12 Hymns Network.
And in a story of faith, a community and celebration, the Catholic Diocese of Uromi is marking a major milestone of 20 years since its canonical erection. Correspondent Hakimat Aliyu once again has more on this special occasion as the Asian sons and daughters in diaspora Abuja hosted the Bishop of Uromi.
Commencing with a Holy Mass, Reverend Father Julius Echo, in his homily, thanked God for the mercies and blessings of the past 2 decades as they gathered to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the canonical erection of the Catholic Diocese of Uromi.
Our culture, our tradition is very rich, and then we want to see how we can take the positive out of the culture, Christianize them, and use them to evangelize our people and land.
You can see our cathedral has been enlarged, has been made more functional, and is still ongoing. It's a very major project. So that is another thing that the bishop is doing currently.
The Mass was immediately followed with a reception featuring familiarization and exchange of pleasantries. The Bishop of Uromi Diocese, Most Reverend Donatus Ogun, reminds attendees of their obligations and values to uphold.
It may turn out that many are very successful here in Abuja. That even some streets are probably named after some of our sons and daughters. Meanwhile, they don't have street named after them at home. People have done different things outside, and I think one of the names I like in Esan land is Isima Khome.
So Uromi Diocese belongs to all the Esa community, including Ekpoma, Ubiaja. If you want to speak Esa language, our diocese is called Uromi Diocese. So we are 20 years old today.
The event is also an opportunity for fundraising, with appeals made for support for the St. Camillus Catholic Hospital project, which is aimed at providing healthcare services to the community. The Catholic Diocese of Uromi was established December 14, 2005 and canonically erected on February 25, 2006. The diocese has 45 parishes.
Yeah, thank you, Hakimat, for that. And away from religious matters comes this report. As Nigeria embraces artificial intelligence and innovation, policies and framework must be in place to ensure that technology serves humanity and not the other way around. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, stated this while reflecting on this year's International Day of Education with the theme AI and Education, Preserving Human Agency in a World of Automation. Harping on the need for humans to be the drivers of AI, harnessing innovation and preserving the values that define and sustain development. The First Lady, in a message marking the celebration, notes that education remains the most powerful tool for acquiring knowledge, values, and ethical judgment crucial to thrive in a technology-driven world. She says investment in quality and inclusive education that empowers citizens to think critically, act responsibly, and embrace the future with confidence and compassion remains a national priority. And over to the years of navigating life's challenges, Aisha Achimugu, CEO of Falex Concept Groups, shines as a beacon of hope for the hopeless in society. As president of SAB Empowerment Foundation, she leverages on her status to bring joy to many households in Abuja and across the country through touching lives in selfless acts, from clearing hospital bills at the National Hospital to donating oxygen machines for saving lives. Deborah Gazaji, Mika tells us more on this report.
Aisha Achimugu's 52nd birthday anniversary was an avenue of giving back to the society. She visited patients at the National Hospital Abuja, donating 10 oxygen machines and promising to refill them monthly.
That health is a big challenge in Nigeria. It's not about my birthday, it's what we do all the time. If you check what we do mostly, it's our healthcare. We take it very seriously, and then we've had a lot of support. People collaborate with us and give us support, in dispensaries, in pharmacies, and all that. So it becomes part of me to see, because I said in my speech that the reason why I celebrate myself, because 12 months grand circle and standing strong on my feet, don't have to be in a hospital, is enough to be grateful to God.
The philanthropic gesture also includes distributing foodstuff to less privileged households through the Safe Food Bank initiative and empowering individuals with tools like sewing machines, grinding machines, hair dryers, and clippers.
And Baba, I appreciate our mommy for our gift. God bless you too much.
This is the first phase of the outreach by Safe Food Bank initiative. The celebrant says being around the needy brings her profound happiness and fulfillment in life.
Can I do different from what I normally do? It's now adopt, a culture of doing a food bank, which has come to stay under my foundation, the Safe Foundation, and we'll do it community by community.
SAB Empowerment Foundation has not just run programs. We have worked with people. We have impacted in lives. We have stood in IDP camps, in rural communities, in underserved communities, in hospital corridors, in classrooms with leaking roofs, and in homes where tomorrow once felt impossible.
Foodstuff including bags of rice, beans, packets of seasonings, oil, to mention a few, were also distributed at the Old Parade Ground Area 10. The event culminated with cutting of the birthday anniversary cake by the celebrant, who remains grateful to God.
Galaxy Backbone, Nigeria's federal government's owned learning digital transformation company, providing providing shared ICT infrastructure like high fiber connectivity, took time out of its busy services to recognize excellence and hard work of its staff and partners. This was during the Maiden Awards and Gala Night in Abuja, where the organization says it is on its way of encouraging efficiency while promoting productivity in the organization. Abdullahi Ajia captured the moment of joy and celebration in the event.
It was a historic night of celebration and recognition for hard work and outstanding dedication to duty in an organization with a growing profile in Nigeria's digital and ICT space, Galaxy Backbone. Staff from the top management to other departments, as well as guests, graced the occasion that provided a platform to reflect on recent milestones achieved in the organization that will be celebrating 20 years of establishment and service to the nation.
We've actually come from some way because when Galaxy Backbone started, we actually started with VSAT. And from VSAT, today we're talking of over 5,000 kilometers of fiber across 30 states within the nation. When we started, we had no fiber at all. So the truth is the mandate has been progressing based on technology changes, and we've been updating our technology, updating our manpower, and updating our resources to ensure that we continue to give value to the Nigerian, to our customers and indeed the Nigerian citizens.
As Galaxy Backbone counts its blessings and measuring progress in Nigeria digital and ICT space, individuals and staff who are contributing greatly to the success story were competitively singled out for awards in different categories, including the regional award, where Northwest won that category. Top on the attraction was the turbaning and conferment of the title, Mai Jama'a, Man of the People, on the Executive Director, Customer Centricity and Marketing, Galaxy Backbone, Olusegun Olulade.
Leader, and the title of Mai Jama'a of Galaxy Backbone. Before I present the award, this is coming from the people who you work with every day.
The reward for hard work is more work. I think they have also surprised me and given me the Mai Jama'a of Galaxy Backbone. Means a lot to me. I want to appreciate them more. It just shows they also appreciate what we are doing, and that will also encourage me to do more.
I lead a service desk that operates 24/7. 24/7 means we operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that is the responsibility I'm handling in Galaxy Backbone. So anytime you call on the service desk, my team are always available. So what this will mean now is that we are moving from excellence to extraordinary.
I'm going to put in more effort. I'm going to make sure that if I go outside there, everybody will see Galaxy in me.
As guests and staff savored the unique cozy moment, the Nigerian Indigenous Digital Fiber and ICT Company says it's recommitting itself to top-notch greater services that guarantees digital inclusion and is reliable.
Life, they say, is best measured not by its length alone, but by the values it leaves behind. Today, family members, friends, children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren gathered to celebrate the life of the legacy of Mama Ezinne Mercy Ogbonna Ajoku, a woman whose century-long journey has been defined by resilience, sacrifice, and enduring generational impact as she marked 107 years on earth. Hawa Gimba reports that Mama Ezinne Ajoku took to the dance floor celebrating the rare milestone in the warm company of her loved ones. The story.
At 107 years, Mama Ezinne Nwahi Mercy Ogbonna Ajoku remains a symbol of strength, resilience, and enduring family values. A life journey spanning more than a century reflects the richness of tradition, sacrifice, and unwavering faith. The celebration brought together family members, friends, children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren, all united in gratitude for Mama, whose influence has shaped generations. Laughter, music, and heartfelt embraces fill the air. In a moment that captures the spirit of the day, Mama Ezinne steps onto the dance floor. Her joyful movements draws cheers and admiration from loved ones, a reminder that joy knows no age. For her family, the gathering is more than a birthday ceremony. It is a reaffirmation of unity, legacy, and continuity, honoring a woman whose values continue to live on through the many lives she has touched.
Mama, to me, she's not just Mama, she's Ezinne. That is really who Mama is to me. Mama is a woman of integrity. That's one thing I've learned from Mama. She's a woman of integrity. Mama says a thing and she keeps to it.
Staying around Mama or seeing Mama, one would learn some values like discipline, kindness, perseverance, respect for others, and the value of living a very simple and honest life. At 107, Mama Ezinne still remains very strong and very, very active.
As a grandmother herself, she's not tired. She wants everybody to still be bond, and she likes family unity a lot. That's one thing I noticed about Mama, because Mama will call you, ask of how you are doing, and she will even pray for you, self, in her language.
Wish Mama long life and prosperity. May God bless her and her family members.
Born in 1918 in Amaeze, Obidi Ezinne, Owerri North Local Government Area of Imo State, Mama Ezinne is a mother of 9. She is surrounded by 48 grandchildren and 71 great-grandchildren, among whom is Senator Eze Ajoku, as her 100th birthday stands as a testament to longevity, grace, and the strength of family.
We say congratulations to Mama and wishing her more years on earth. Now to the story of late Imam of Ilorin. The late famous Islamic scholar and chief Imam of Ilorin, Sheikh Muhammad Bashir Saliu Al-Fulani, many say, has left an indelible mark in the sands of time with impact in the lives of many through Islamic teachings and guidance of humanity. Members of the Islamic Brotherhood of Nigeria expressed this when they gathered at a special as-salat to pray for the repose of the soul of the late Islamic scholar. Abdullahi Ajia tells us more.
Just as Islam enjoins the living to pray for the repose of the soul of the dead, members of the Islamic Brotherhood of Nigeria National Headquarters, Abuja, in solemn voices, are asking Allah to grant Sheikh Muhammad Bashir Saliu Al-Fulani, late Chief Imam of Ilori, mercy, using his impact of moral guidance on humanity as a point of intervention.
It's a special bridge. This is somebody whom Almighty Allah has endowed. He is humble. He is generous to a fault. This is somebody who is so loved by the people. All of us will listen.
The prayer, which featured preaching On the lifetime of the scholar, his virtues and leadership qualities reminded all of the inevitability of death and for Muslims to live a righteous life in accordance with the Quran.
Imam Bashir Saleh Onida, the chief imam of Ilorin, OON, was an exemplary scholar, was a remarkable imam, was exemplary because everyone has one or two things to learn from his life. He served with sincerity, with honesty, with passion. He never complained of serving humanity. He served Allah through humanity. He had assisted a lot of people, both spiritually and financially. So we pray that Allah should grant him Jannatul Firdaus because he has lived an exemplary life.
Despite being the leader, the head of all the imams in Ilorin, he demonstrated such, humility. He was so humble and so accessible to all Muslim women, all the Ilorin people in general. So I just enjoy all Muslim faithful to copy from him. There are a lot of virtues.
His biography also revealed his great contributions to the development and propagation of Islamic faith and moral reformation he brought in Ilorin and beyond.
Thank you, Ajia, for that very report. And now we'll go on to the entertainment desk for entertaining reports.
Street pop star Shay Vibes has broken the records for most streams in a single year by a Nigerian artist. In 2025, he accumulated over 724 million on-demand streams, becoming the first to cross the 700 million mark. This placed him ahead of major stars like Wizkid with 661 million, Asake with 613 million, Burna Boy with 505 million, and Paula with 470 million for the year. His successorship and being excluded from his father's 50th birthday unless he attended without Nicola. Brooklyn has referenced a humiliating incident at his wedding involving his mother.
I seen men die in ways I didn't even know was possible. Love you, brother. Be careful.
Lastly, Ryan Coogler's film Sinners has made Oscar history, securing a record 16 nominations for 2026 Academy Awards. The film, starring Michael B. Jordan as twin brothers in the 1932 Mississippi Delta, surpasses the previous record of 14 nominations held by All About Eve, Titanic, and La La Land.
And with that entertaining story, we conclude this segment of the news. And thanks for tuning in on our news program tonight. We hope you had the wonderful time with us. Hope to see you again next time, same station, same time in our programs. Have a good night and have a wonderful one.